Welcome back to Talk Horror to Me, the only horror movie review podcast that loves some prequels. With that being said, I am your host, Chuck Ingersoll. With me soon, the trio of terror, Carly Yates, Ashley Greathouse, Brooke Nicole Wright will be right here in 2 seconds. But before we go there, we're going to find out what we're looking at tonight. Tonight, we review Orphan First Kill. Orphan First Kill is a 2022 American psychological horror film directed by William Brent Bell, written by David Coggeshall, based on a story by David Leslie Johnson-McGoldrick and Alex Mace. It is a prequel to the 2009 film Orphan. It stars Julia Stiles, Rossif Sutherland, Hiro Kanagawa, Matthew Finlan, with Isabelle Fuhrman reprising her role as Esther. In Orphan First Kill, after escaping from a psychiatric facility in Estonia, Esther travels to America by impersonating the missing daughter of a wealthy family. Yet, an unexpected twist arises that pits her against a mother who will protect her family at any cost. Love it. All right, welcome, ladies. Good to have you back on the show that we all do because we're scared of everything we do. But who picked this film? I have to ask.
Me.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, Michelle. Carly's like, Michelle.
Listen, I'm doing my best over here, everybody. I'm trying to change it before.
But I picked it, and I want to know what Carly thought.
Oh man, I didn't know. I knew it was going to be psychological, but I was not prepared for the, pardon my language, the mindfuck of that twist. That was fantastic. I didn't see it coming. I was like slack-jawed for quite a while, and I didn't really feel bad for the for Esther, Lena, but it was watching her being backed into that corner. That was kind of rewarding after the last film. But well, you know what I mean. You know where she, you know what I mean. Without spoiling. I'm trying so hard not to spoil. Julia Stiles did so fantastic, and 2 thumbs up. It was awesome.
Yeah, Ashley.
I want to piggyback off of what Carly said because they really do paint this to make you want to feel bad for Esther, and I could not feel bad for her character in any way, shape, or form. She is sick. She is so sick. If anything, I was on Team Mom. I was Team Mom.
Right.
I felt bad for her.
For the mom?
Yeah, more than Esther. More than if I had to choose which team I would be on Team Mom.
Not Team Brother.
Oh God, you got my nerves.
No. Not Team Brother. Not Team Brother in any way, shape, or form. But Team Mom, because we really didn't get to know much about what actually happened.
Where'd she go?
Well,
No.
Carly.
There she is.
I mean, Ashley.
I'm having issues, everyone. I'm sorry.
That's all right. You're much better now. So
Okay, Chuck.
okay. Yeah. So my apologies that I was trying to do the right off first and last name. I saw your middle name, and I'm like, "What the hell is her last name?" And you totally threw me off, and I couldn't read that small. That's my excuse. The only person I felt sorry for was the rat or the mouse. I didn't care about anybody else in this whole film, except for maybe the husband, because he was the only one that was not part of everything. Yes, the twist was cool, especially at the gentleman's house that we all find out what happens. But yet nobody, I couldn't root for the villain because we know what she does in the original film. I can't root for the mom because she's already covering up a whole other treble of things. And yeah, I didn't like it for the simple fact that I had nobody to root for. And like, sometimes you get a movie where the villain is now the hero. And like, let's, she'll like take it to him because she's got the skill set. No, I mean, the fact that she kills so many people on the way out of the asylum, she kills that lovely art lady. Hey, I'm giving it away. The art lady on her way out of Estonia. I don't know. Just she already set herself up with a body count that I just couldn't not be like, oh well, the mom's worse than you. I couldn't. So I'll give it up for the mouse in the house, and that's about it. What about you, bro?
Well, like everyone said, I didn't feel sorry for anyone. She should have left when she had the chance. Like she was robbing them, and then she was going to leave, but then she saw the dad, and she was like, "Oh," and then went back. I'm like, I would have stole the stuff and left. Like she didn't.
The fact of why she went back is so sick.
Yes.
Sick.
Man.
But yeah, we kind of saw that from the
right?
first film.
Yeah, exactly. So she's but here's the thing. I'll give her a little bit of empathy strictly because she's a 30-year-old woman in a 9-year-old's body, which I'm still amazed that the same actress was able to play this role like however many years, like 7 years later, to play the same role and still get away with it to the most extent.
Yeah.
But if you think about Interview with a Vampire and you think about Kirsten Dunst's role as a forever child vampire, that's the only thing I can say, like being trapped in that way with no outlet for an adult mind to have a relationship the way she'd like to. And the fact that she's crazy kind of like makes her want to be that love interest of the father or husband. So I get it, but it wasn't enough for me to say, like I said, oh, poor her. And I want her to get what she wants out of life. Now just take all the jewelry and get out.
Right.
I still enjoyed it. I did have fun watching it. I was still going, oh my God, this is so fucked up. It was fantastic.
Yeah, that plot twist I didn't see coming at all. Like what the brother did. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, which I'll say was I would say that was something that I wasn't expecting. All like you said, it was like, okay, I see where they are trying to go with this to make it different than the first, and kind of like up the stakes. Yeah, unfortunately, like once it happened, the mom and the brother did everything they could to screw it up.
Yeah.
And I was like, why would you do? Go ahead, Carly.
She was all saying that they didn't want Esther to disappear again because she didn't want her husband to go back to the way that he was when his little girl went missing. They really fucked that up too.
Yes, they did.
I don't know. I don't think Esther would have like let them all be. Like I think she wanted that husband. Like she wanted him. And when Julia Stiles was like,
agreed.
When Julia Stiles was like, well, I'm gonna go fuck my husband now. I was like, all righty.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they get her all on Team Mom for 5 seconds with the we now have done something together, which is kill somebody. And then like both the mom says that, the brother was like, I own you now. You know, this is my house. How are you gonna take this freaking crazy person, self-professed crazy person, to the mom and then be like, oh yeah, we'll keep her alive because we're smarter than she is?
No. She's psychotic.
And maybe it was the fact that she still looked like a 9-year-old. Maybe the fact that they don't know that she's a 31-year-old with a psychosis in a killing spree mentality.
Actually, they kind of do.
They kind of do, like but when you see something in the
because the mom
yes
confronted her about it.
And the banding, and the mom was in on like making sure she was all strapped down. But still, when you're looking at a 9-year-old girl, like on the surface, I think you can kind of placate yourself into thinking that you'll always have the upper hand.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, she was
I
just
also
great.
I feel like I'm on the oddball of the fence that the actress, as young as she does look, she looks 35. Like every time they do a close up, I'm like, how can you guys
Yeah.
not tell that she's 35?
Yeah.
Like,
She
look at her
looks it.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying 35. I'm 35. I look 35. It's okay.
So you're also not trying to pass yourself off as a 9-year-old. So
Yeah. Yeah.
No, only if I can get into the buffet cheaper. Like,
Oh man.
I'll take that.
if
yeah,
only, yeah. I mean, I think we'd all would take that. Either I want to be under 6 or over 65. I want to start getting like the coupons.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. For her to be in love with her dad, just how
That
could
was
you?
sick.
How could you?
But the
Alright.
dad,
Yeah.
the dad was her favorite. So that leads me
Right.
right into our favorite. So we'll start with Brooke. Brooke, what was your favorite moment, favorite kill, favorite whatever?
My favorite, because I don't like Gunner, was when she was stabbing Gunner to death. Like, I don't like Gunner at all. He got on my nerves. So that was my favorite kill.
All right, Carly.
I'm going to have to say the cop because that just took me so by surprise. I really think that was like one of my favorite parts of the movie. It just was because I was like, oh my God. Alrighty then.
We'll give Ashley a moment to stream. But Ashley, what about you?
I loved the train moment. It was like such high anticipation. Like, I loved that they twisted us at the very last second. But yeah, that whole scene I liked it.
Agreed. Actually, I love all yours, but I'm going to go with the one that was the most stark and not really a kill or murder per se. But when Julia Stiles met the edge of the, topiary, landscaping on a little half wall, and she just kissed it with just the right amount of force. I loved it. just like almost like a pillow, and she just landed perfectly on the pillow, which is a half wall of stone and concrete.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
99.
I mean, it just was a good shot. I mean, just the top-down shot and the way I don't even know if they showed it to you, but they showed it to you so quickly after it happened that it made the audience feel like they saw it actually happen versus just the aftermath. So yeah, kudos to like the edit design where you can get away with more for PG-13 because you didn't actually show it happen, but you kind of did. So.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say Julia Stiles, she did really fantastic in this movie. I would never picture her being in this kind of role. So I was like, she did a good job. She did a really good job.
She can go from 10 Things I Hate About You to this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's a fantastic actress.
Well, this is more for Bourne Legacy, kind of demeanor, because she was in the Bourne Identity as the kind of the internee station agent, and she was very much that kind of character, not in as control as she was in this one.
Yeah,
Never
I just still remember her.
Bourne anything.
I just remember her in Save the Last Dance. I'm that old.
I love the Bourne series.
Yeah. And she was underutilized. She wasn't in it all. Don't worry, Carly. She's only in it for like 3 minutes each movie, so you're not missing much. But maybe we'll start like an action podcast live stream, and we'll just have you start watching those movies.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Brooke is like, I got enough podcasts going.
Yeah. I'm like, uh-oh.
I cap off at 2, so I'm done as well. So question, speaking of capping off at 2, what did you think? Is the first movie better? Is the second movie better? Is the prequel better? Would the first one work better without this? Was this unnecessary? what's everybody's thoughts on having these prequels? Because we've now done 2, where the prequel just was based off the original. What's your thoughts, Brooke?
Mine, I liked the first one better. I don't know. The first one was better to me because of the I don't know. I just liked it better. The kills were better. The storyline was better.
The tension.
Yeah.
And we didn't know the trope.
Yeah.
Right. Like, we didn't know what the deal was. The only thing I really thought I enjoyed was her being in the asylum. I thought that was kind of cool because that was different. So Carly, you're going with the first film and the second one was unnecessary?
I mean, I liked seeing it, but I think it was just a move to make more money.
What? That can't be right.
As the first one was really, really, you didn't know what was happening, and once you knew, you were like, "Oh my God!" So you're going into this one already knowing she's going to fixate on the father. But we thought they all died in a fire, and now we see how they really died.
Yeah, which is very strange is that the fire was just a cover up of all the stabbings. Ashley, your thoughts?
This movie made me hate the first movie because it's like it's like she already knew not to go for the dad. Like you're making the same mistake again, like going for the dad. So that's why it makes me hate the second movie, because I'm like, wow, you learn nothing. As smart as you are, you can't learn where you failed. Like, it blows my mind. But also, with saying that, this movie is redundant. Like, we already knew what happened because they do shortly explain all of this in the first movie. So I agree with Carly. This was a cash grab.
Agreed. And I will echo all those sentiments. I think the prequel was unnecessary. It didn't really give us attention. I mean, it kind of did in some ways because you had different tension, conflict between the mother and Esther. So I got that kind of twist there trying to get, but not as much as the gotcha moment in the original, where we think she's a little girl the whole time. Now we just know. So you can't capitalize. And again, why do the same trope? Almost like in the original film, she was just going to try it again to see if she could get it done right this time. First one, she almost had it. First one, she almost got it right, but then everybody messed up her plans. Maybe she was just hoping that when we go to the original film, she's like, okay, I just got to tweak a couple things, and then the husband's all mine.
Make sure the mom's not crazy.
That's right. And yeah, she got a very lovely mom and little sister, still a shitty brother in the original film. But even the shitty brother was just kind of a dick, not like, I'm a fencing champ and I will stab you with my foil. So I don't know. There was some weird dynamics and weird characters. I just think a lot of it was just like you said, Ash, just repetitive and reductive. So. But
I just think Esther's just looking for love. She just wants to
in all the wrong places.
Yeah.
I mean, she had the guy wrapped around her little pinky in the asylum. Yeah. And look what she did to him.
Yeah.
Here, all I kept thinking was like, be his daughter, okay? In 4 years, just slowly start loosening the bandage, and then just be like, I don't know. I guess all the trauma made me stop growing at that age. Just dude would have
But Daddy, I still love you.
She shouldn't have left him. Don't.
Ashley has strong feelings.
I do.
And with that, because you do. And as a result, I think this is a perfect segue, because you have strong feelings, to tell us your strong feelings about this film.
Yeah.
So, Brooke, you pick.
Ashley.
I give this I'm going to give this 3 smoothies.
Oh, rat smoothies.
Which I almost completely missed when she dumped it. I almost completely missed that there was a rat. So, God rest his soul. Okay. All right. Brooke, who do you pick next?
Carly.
I'm going to give this a solid 3 packs of candy.
Oh.
Like the ones that they threw at the...
Oh,
That's
yes.
good.
Yes, her pet / inmate friend.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Iki or something like that. Iki.
Yeah, I couldn't find her name. Carly and I were trying to figure out what her name was, and we just couldn't nail it down.
If I could remember her name, I would have said her name, but instead it's just packs of candy.
Packs of candy. I get to go next because I know who's last, which is Brooke. And for me, I'm going to give it, I'm kind of like with everybody, but I'm going to go a little bit lower because of the reductive nature of it. So I'm going to get a 2.75. It wasn't that it wasn't enjoyable, but had there not been an original, I think it would have held up better. So 2.75, rocking out in the Suburban on the road with a cigarette and the jams on before the cops pull you over.
Hell yeah.
What was she listening to? I had to think.
Maniac.
Yeah. She's a man.
Yeah.
And it was fitting.
It was very fitting. Very, very fitting. And how about you, Miss Brooke?
Okay, mine is 2.9. I already said mine. Excuse me, I'm going to go upstairs to go fuck my husband. That was
why did the guy announce it? They don't have to announce it. That's all I'm saying.
She's just rubbing it in real good for her.
Why
She
did
was marking her
be
territory
evil all the way through? Yeah, true. And so was a brother. Both marking territory, but again, they ain't dealing with just some normal run-of-the-mill stunted dwarfism girl. I mean, I don't know. I think they could have got more flies with honey in this case, or at the very least, got another good 2 years out of her complacency before Esther was like, you know what, I'm done with like playing daughter. I want to take care of my business.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. But at least there always seems to be a really shitty brother to look up to.
Yeah.
But my question is this before we sign off, and maybe you all of you can help me. She was adopted, correct? Or I'm sorry, she was the daughter found again.
Yes.
So how did not all that wealth that this wealthy family have after the fire, why did it not go to her? Was there anything in the original film talking about how she had a trust or money coming to her? Because she just ends up in the orphanage as if she's destitute.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, at the end, the counselor lady was talking to someone else saying that she doesn't have anybody, I think.
Doesn't have anybody, but she had a whole bunch of money in the bank.
Yeah.
And that's like the beginning part. That's like the beginning part of the first movie, right? That scene. Is
it?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
No, in the beginning, it was all about
the
mother going through the dream sequence of losing her baby. That was in the original.
Oh,
Yeah, but there was a scene with his sister saying how she lost everybody, etc. But yeah, it just seemed like they totally. They said it was a wealthy family in the first film, but then completely negated the fact that that money had to go somewhere. So
maybe
I don't know. I think it was
until she gets 25 or something. 25.
Maybe, but then unfortunately, that's a long time coming. Although Ashley says she looks 31, so
yeah,
she does. She looks her age, when you're right up on her, and especially when she just takes out the teeth, and you're like, there it is. There's the amount of coffee and Misty and
But she looked pretty gnarly in the first film when the teeth came out. She had all just disgusting yellow teeth. But But definitely, I love the fact when the teeth came out, or the fact that when Daddy's squishing her face, like, "Oh, are you okay?" And the teeth are just like plop.
She's like, "I love you, Daddy."
I love you. Hey, no count for some editing. That's all I'm saying. But it was just a weird shot of having Daddy squishing her face over like that. I don't know. It was weird. But I want to know what the next film is. Who's picking it? What? I don't want to tell you. It ain't mine.
It's my pick. And this was a joint effort because Chuck helped me out, and we're doing Thanksgiving. My favorite holiday.
And where do we see Thanksgiving if
Netflix.
not on Netflix? Oh, hey. All right. So this is the Eli Roth from Grindhouse, where it was like a 45-second faux trailer that they actually made a film about, which I'm excited for. Hopefully it's better than Machete Kills, which was also a trailer from Grindhouse. I just kind of want them to make every one of those trailers into a real film from Grindhouse.
I don't know. I mean, Grindhouse, so.
Oh no, Carly.
Okay, Carly. Now, Carly, I think all of us have already seen it. So, Carly, your homework prior to watching the film is to just go onto YouTube and find Thanksgiving Grindhouse trailer, just so you can see what they started with and see how they developed that into a whole film.
Okay.
I think we all should do it because I do remember the trampoline, but it was not where it was in the film. There's a lot of things that just is really cool and just this kind of 70s schlock horror. Like, hey, what other holiday can we use? And it just adds on to that motif. So I think you'll love it. I loved it. I've already watched it, everybody, because I couldn't wait to watch it. It's like day one, it was on Netflix. I was watching it. So
nice.
I didn't care what homework I had that night.
Nice.
But any final words, Miss Brooke Nichelle, that you like to say about Orphan First Kill?
Don't let little kids in your house. I don't know.
I wasn't looking for a life lesson. Yeah, I was looking for a life lesson. Really more about the film. Like what is a positive takeaway you could take of anything from the film?
A positive one?
Anything that was good about the film, just in case people want to watch it.
That was good. I don't know. It's a decent horror film, I guess. You can tolerate it.
Yeah, you heard it here first. If you tolerate horror, this is a film for you.
That's perfect. I'd say the twist made it worth it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think everything else was pretty much the same, if not less so. Or actually, I take that back. I think Esther, we got less of. I think the diabolicalness of the family itself was heightened. But there just really was no redemption to be had in my. But hey, if you like bleak, mindless throwaway, this is definitely for you, in my opinion.
Yeah. If you're completely bored one night, why not?
It's on Paramount.
And a completist. Yes. Yeah. And a completist. If you're like, you know what? I saw the original film.
Might as well.
Watch them all. So with that, my ladies, love, my hearts are getting stronger. Oh, yeah. So I'm working on it. I've been doing a lot of flexibility things. Not as good as yours, Ash. Hey, Ashley, before you go, do you want to plug the music video?
Oh,
I think you should.
This is not horror related at all, but there was a huge collaboration with this artist named Joanna Bourne. You should definitely go to YouTube, check her out on Spotify, Pandora, everywhere. She's got awesome music. But I'm in a music video. It's called Hey, I See You. And it's a really good song. It's not horror related at all. It's like kind of a feel good. Inspiration.
I was crying.
Yeah, it was very good. The video was really, really good. But yet you were very spooky in it.
Aww.
So Yeah, I have a feeling that everybody's kind of vibe was used to the best use of that person. That's what I got the feeling.
Mhm.
Me too. The dancing girl is still like my favorite. The one on the dock. That's
Mhm.
she has such good and everyone has really really good energy. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So
thank
check
you.
it out.
That's
We,
awesome. Yeah,
we all
Joanna
loved it,
Bourne.
and I wanted to just make sure. Yes, and say it one more time for everybody.
Joanna
Ready.
Bourne, and it's Hey, I See You.
Yes. So give her
Yes.
some love.
I
We all
loved
loved it. And
Yes.
with that, I give you more love to you all. And I will let you all go until next week. So mwah, goodbye and au revoir. So thank you again for being with us this week. We love being here for you every Sunday. And don't forget, we're always here to scare you later.